Yo,
Yo.
yo. Am I in? There we go. I can hear me now. I'm ready. Dre, get off your phone.
Yeah.
Yo, world, what's up? It's your boy. We back. Silverback Chronicles podcast. Your boy Big H. I got my brother Dre, my brother Triple C.
Que lo guá.
Triple C was good.
Maintaining chilling.
Always.
Yo, maintaining the channel has become a staple.
We about to.
They love it.
They love it. Maintaining and chilling.
We're gonna have maintaining the channel t-shirts, all that shit
Word.
for the summertime 2021.
World, we back. By the way, this is episode 55. 55.
I like it. You're on the bilingual.
Morning.
Yeah, you're on the bilingual.
Word. Dre, what's good?
Tranquilo.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything gravy.
Listen,
Hey, yo, I'm just happy to be out of 2020.
you and me both.
And now we in 2021 is just positive.
Hey yo, I bought brand new drawers and I put 2021 on.
Hey, yo, I rearranged everything.
The word. Everything
Yeah.
now 2020 I got rid of.
I got rid of my old 2020 socks,
It's over.
sneakers.
The
socks,
crime fighters is gone, son.
everything.
Gotta go.
I don't want nothing to do with you.
At all.
I'm starting fresh.
Fresh.
That's it.
But world, hope everybody's doing well. It's another week. We in 2021. Life is great. Stay focused. And this episode 55. Triple C, let's get into it. Sponsors. Starbucks USA. Don't forget that discount, baby. All caps Silverback Podcast. All caps Silverback Podcast. Get you 20% off on your SBRs, your rifles, your shotguns, your pistols. Safety lock mechanism is perfect. Starbucks is going the same right now. I'll give a shout out to my fourth quarter crew, my brothers, my Stony Brook alumni. Love y'all. Stay safe, everybody. All my first responders, we appreciate you. Listen, keep fighting the fight. We know it's an ugly climate right now that we're dealing with. But listen, stay positive, stay safe. Take care of your brothers, your sisters. And we love you here from the Silverback Chronicles podcast. You already know. You heard?
I like it.
What you got, Dre?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my boy,
Who's that?
Albino, First Choice.
Yes, Home Improvement.
Hey, yo, everything signed done. 443-831-3188. Everything but a roof. Everything signed done. Go call him. He'll get it done.
Everything's covered.
That's
And
it.
I can personally say that Albino is taking care. His work is impeccable.
Hey, yo, he came through and he did my floors in one day.
He came through and did my entire house that I have.
Hey, yo,
He
did
fixed
my
the door
floors.
that Dre now almost broke.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
he
you
talk-
know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he told me about the storm door situation.
Yeah. So let me tell you, I was doing my storm door, right, real quick, just a quick story. I was doing my storm door, I was staring at it. I said, yo, I sent the message in the community. Chris came through. Chris was like, yo, I got it. It wasn't working. Albino came through the next day.
Yeah.
He fixed it in 15 minutes.
And I heard y'all was like, yo, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Because when he told me, I said, listen, storm doors, home improvement, listen, I don't do that shit.
I don't do it. But I was
Listen,
trying.
I'm not going to scratch my head because
Yeah, I was trying.
I'm just, pause. I'm just going to mess everything up. So I just pay for it.
He said,
Don't talk like that. So disrespectful.
hey, yo, and then, not only that, but then like a week later, I said, yo, I need these floors done. I ripped out the carpet. He came through on the, what is it, luxury, what's it called?
Luxury,
Vinyl.
yeah,
laminate or whatever.
Yeah.
Boom, one day.
done.
Like 500 square feet in one day.
That's why I pay
He's a
him.
problem.
Because that's not for me.
That's not for me.
No.
My back, my
Knees.
I was tore up.
Yeah.
He was ready to go. He's like, yo, what's up? What we doing next?
Yeah.
I said, next you going home. Stop it.
Enjoy the money I gave you. Have a good night. But yeah,
He's the guy.
he's the guy. Albino.
All day.
Appreciate you. And world, don't forget the website www.silverbackchronicles.com. Go get that merch. Go get that t-shirt, that fitted. Go get that hoodie. That Bolivian white, you heard?
For the sizes that we sold out, I'm sorry, we're about to replenish.
Yeah, we're gonna put some
We're getting ready for the spring
right.
collection.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
And that's it.
But
But-
why we here?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get real saucy tonight.
Yeah, we got something.
We got
something sultry.
something picante.
I'm not gonna say sexy. I'm gonna say sultry.
Sultry.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, this woman's resume is impeccable.
Seductive.
You talk about grind.
This is on that what's that Rihanna? What's Rihanna joint? Is it Fenty? Savage Fenty?
I don't know,
Yeah, we on that Fenty.
but I like it.
No, but Fenty.
Absolutely.
It ain't Victoria's Secret. It's Fenty. Nigga.
Fenty, right?
Like, I'm a seducer.
Oh shit! With baby oil or coconut?
Both.
Ooh,
Holla at me.
that's greasy.
And it's soft.
But listen. But listen, what we got tonight, you talk about hard work, work ethic, grinder, visionary.
You know, pioneer in the game.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a casting director in the house tonight.
Ooh. They don't even know what that is.
Not many people can say that. But you know what? Our job is to prepare the platform and for her to show up and show off. So that's what we're going to do.
And she look like us.
What?
She look like all of us.
Skin tone is melanin, you heard?
Now that skin tone is popping.
Oof.
I saw that skin tone.
You know what I'm saying?
I almost forgot where I was at.
Hello.
I thought
Hello.
it was DR real quick. I was about to be like, yo, que lo que, mami?
Right, demon.
Oh, que lo, with the white nails, que lo que, mami?
Impeccable.
Que lo why?
But listen, with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Miss Thea's in the building tonight.
Misty.
Oof. Miss Thea, how are you doing, ma'am?
Misty, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be
Thank you
here.
for blessing us with that
It's an honor to have you in the
beautiful
building tonight.
smile.
Y'all got me blushing up in here.
Yeah.
Go
Y'all
ahead,
got me
Thea.
feeling real extra fine.
But,
Oh.
absolutely.
And I thank you. I thank you.
Yes,
We're not
ma'am.
doing it, you did it.
Right.
We're not doing it, you did it.
Listen, you showed up and everything just took care of itself.
Hey.
Sipping on sangria.
Mm.
Sangria.
What?
Yeah.
So, ma'am, where you from, born and raised?
I am from over east,
Ooh.
Baltimore.
Ooh.
That might be the first time we've ever had somebody from
from the east.
Because everybody was like, oh, I'm over west. I'm
Right.
over west. I'm over west. Tell us about the east. Tell us.
Listen, over east has everything you're looking for. If you're looking for a mean chicken box,
Mm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a wonderful school like Baltimore City College, we got that.
Mm.
If you're looking for some crime and some good weed, we got that too.
Hello.
What?
So,
Hello.
I mean,
like it.
Right.
whatever you're looking for, we got it.
You got it. That's perfect. So, how was your childhood growing up in the inner city of Baltimore on the east side?
Okay, so
What's the Baltimore you remember?
the Baltimore I remember. So, okay, I will say that part of the time, so I started at Northwood Elementary,
Okay.
which is over east.
Yes, it is.
But my mother was in the music industry. So we actually, went to New York and I lived in Riverdale and I went to PS24.
BX.
Yeah,
Stand
the
up.
Bronx.
BX. Stand up.
But I eventually made my way back and went to Friends School.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friend school is really nice though. It's over there in the northern.
I worked
It's very
security
nice.
there.
Very nice.
You worked security
Yeah, I
there?
did.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What year?
2012 and 13.
Okay, that's
Yeah, it
what's
was
up.
dope.
Yeah.
It was
Friend is
dope.
nice.
Friends is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Very dope.
So I was a token black there.
Nice.
And then I
Okay.
was like, hey, Ma, can I go to a black school?
Mm.
Because, Riverdale is very not black.
But it's different.
It's different. It's very, like, Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you got a couple sprinkles of maybe one black folk, and then everybody else is Dominican and Puerto Rican and Mexican and, Asian. Like, it's a whole pot mix. But
Yeah.
here it's just like, black and white. And then if you see somebody that's something else, it's like, wow, what a surprise.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So I was like, Ma, I want to go to a black high school. So I went to City. And it was the best experience. I had so much fun that they invited me to leave.
What do you mean? What?
I got put the fuck out. Oh.
They kicked you out? What did you do?
She had too much fun.
I had too much fun. Listen,
What?
I had a ball.
But you don't even look like a kid that will get kicked out of school. Though.
Listen, don't let the baby face fool you.
She's getting gang.
I love it. I love
gang,
it.
gang. My aunt is too. We
Wow.
both that life. Yes. So I got invited to leave, and then I went to school. It had a beautiful name. It was called Southside Academy of Environmental Science.
Okay.
And what I didn't know is that was AKA Cherry Hill High.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got
Okay.
it. I get it.
That's by Triple C area, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's Triple C?
Westport,
What's that?
all
Westport. Yes,
Uh-huh.
Westport.
Damn.
Now listen. I got into fights like every single day because I spoke a little different. I wasn't from there, and I didn't realize that all the people in Cherry Hill, they stay there.
Right.
And if you're an outsider, it's like, can I cuss on here?
Like,
Yeah,
of course
do
you
whatever
can.
You want.
Oh, okay.
Do whatever you want.
Cool.
Right.
But it's like, bitch, you what?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like, who you?
who you?
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all
So
understand none
you
of
know, thank God he broke up a lot of my fights. So I can't say I won. I can't say I lost. But
It was a scuffle.
it was a scuffle. But I got my act together. We called up City and was like, hey, I'm ready to
get right again.
I'm ready to get right.
You won't get no more drama out of me.
None whatsoever. So I eventually graduated from Baltimore City College.
That's good.
But I see a lot of my friends from Cherry Hill. Shout out to y'all at Westport. And at first it was weird because I'm like, I don't know whether to, because we fought.
Right.
Like it was scuffles, like serious ones. And I see them out in public. I'm like, I don't know whether to.
You don't know if love is love.
But they are so supportive, and I love them so much, and it's been all love. I think that's like the rites of passage. You got you got to fight while you there.
Right.
So yeah.
No, that's great.
For sure.
But and it's different back in the days because you could fight, and the next day be best friends all over again.
Yeah.
We wasn't best friends.
No, you wasn't, but but you know what? You fight, you get that aggression off,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what? I still respect you.
Nowadays, if you fight, I gotta worry about a lawsuit coming in the mail.
Or somebody shooting you.
Yeah, or knives being taken out. Because back in the days, you could square up, and there'd be a fist fight. Yeah, you'll get little marks here and there, but at the end of the day, you got your life.
Yeah.
And you keep it moving.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of people, no, I can't say, I say a good 97% of people can't fight at all. So that's why they carry guns and knives.
They can't fight.
You know what? The biggest thing is, nobody wants to take an ass with me.
Yep. It's hard to take it out.
It's hard to take it
It
out.
bruises your ego. It
Right.
bruises your ego.
Yeah,
Like,
your ego.
if I lost a fight and everybody could talk about, like, yo.
Keep
Yeah,
fighting.
but your ego needs it, though.
Yeah.
No.
You need to get checked. Because you can't win everyone.
Nah, listen.
Right.
Nah, you
The
gotta
one thing
fight.
you know about being in South Baltimore, you're just gonna keep fighting. Like, I'm gonna keep fighting you until eventually
Until I win.
Or you respect me, like, yo,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the fact that this dude every day stepped up,
Yeah.
knowing he was gonna take it, but it is what it is.
Where you from? You from Westport?
All day.
Hey.
All day.
Hey. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, so what led to you in the profession that you're at now? Was it something that you always wanted to do, or was it in the music industry that you got from your mother that you was first exposed to? Did that passion develop from that, then to you being a casting director? Like, how did all that come about?
Yeah,
It was,
like what do you do and how you led it up to this? Or how you got here?
so it was a few steps. I thought that I was always going to be like Diddy or Missy or something like that.
Tell us about your grind.
My grind, man, it starts way early. So first I started working for my grandmother scrubbing toilets because I wanted to be fly. So
At what age?
I was like 10. Yeah, like 10.
So
you
you was
know.
working
That's
at
dope.
10.
Early.
Yeah, I was working at 10.
That's dope.
Then I lied and got my permit signed and worked at Micah's Soul Food Cafeteria in West Baltimore. So
Nice.
I was a gospel DJ and I was the hostess there.
Okay.
Rest in peace to David Crump. That was really dope. And then from there, I lied about my age and signed my permit. And shout out to Teresa Marable at No Limit Communications.
Nice.
I lied so I could be the manager.
Wow.
And to this day, she will still tell you I'm the best damn employee she had. I was a manager at 14. I was like, you know.
You was with it.
I was with it. I was with it. In the hood. So I've been grinding forever. I always wanted to be fly. I always wanted to buy my own car. You know, I always wanted to be fabulous. You know? So, I've been grinding for a minute. So I worked at a cell phone store managing, and then I got my first job. My mom actually took us to a conference in Florida.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, you can bring your friends, you know, you can pay them and all that other stuff. So they just thought they had a free trip to Florida. It was a gospel music conference.
Okay.
And my friends, I guess, thought they was too cute to pass out flyers.
Really?
And they didn't know they was going to get paid, but I was just passing out stuff, and I was just at everything. And so I was getting more clients like, hey, can she pass out more flyers? And my mom was like, sure, okay, cool. So I didn't know that the people from Sony was there. And my mom, she was a label rep. She was working for Sony at the time. It was Michelle Williams' gospel album, group name Ramaya, whatever. And the VP of Sony was like, yo, where are you going to school next year? Because we want you to be the label rep or the college music rep or whatever. And I was like, I'm at Hampton. They're like, we got somebody, but you're so dope. The dude didn't do his job, and they hired me. So I was with Sony for 5 years. Yeah, but I was grinding, and I had like a lot of different artists. I mean, I don't really name drop because I can't get $5 from them if I wanted it. But I got pictures to prove it that they were in my car.
It's $5 a fly, I remember.
Yeah. I was passing out samplers and T-shirts, and you know, giving artists, giving the DJs, the artists, EPKs and all that stuff, and setting up their appointments for. Back then we had radio stations and record stores.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, I feel real old right now.
It's all
I used
good.
to do the flyers for Jimmy's Bronx Cafe.
Oh, I felt like Jimmy's, say what?
Jimmy's Bronx Cafe in the Bronx.
See, that was after my time. I probably was back here in Baltimore.
Yeah, I did the tunnel and all that.
The tunnel. Now I heard about the tunnel. It was legendary.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. I like it.
So how long did you do that for? You said 5 years or something?
Yeah, I did that for 5 years, and I told my mom, like, yeah, because she was just like, this music industry, because she used to work for Loud, RCA, EMI, Reprise, whatever. I think she saw too much, or I don't care what nobody say, because she's like fabulous. Like, I'm better than, I ain't gonna say she thinks she's better than Baltimore, but I never thought she'd be back in Baltimore. But she turned down like a label. They offer her own label with Loud. They offer her, like a C-suite position, like CEO or VP position, and she was like, no, I'm going to Jesus. So she left all that. We came back to our row home in Northeast Baltimore, over East.
That's dope.
And it was like right when she ended up working with Woo, she left because of the big pun. I think she usually says in her speeches, the big pun, I'm not a player, I just F a lot. Made her go to Jesus.
Really? Was it that record that did it for her?
Was
it an accumulation of the years?
It was an accumulation of different things. Like, I think the dude, his name was Milk, he got stomped out, and that was like her colleague. And then she spoke up, and she was quoted in Billboard for saying like they're coming after the youth, and the industry is getting real dark. So I think that scared her as well.
Right.
And just seeing how things went from like the Good Girls at Motown and Boys the Men and all of that stuff, and it just went dark to like, bitch, come here, let me fuck you. Right. She like, I ain't signed up for this. I was here when it was Whitney Houston. Like, hey,
I'm a lady.
The gentleman phase and how to treat a lady was different.
Yeah, like she brought Boys the Men, Another Bad Creation, MC Brains, and all of them to my school one time. And back then we didn't have Instagram or MySpace, so I didn't really talk about it because people think you lying.
Right.
But I got pictures, y'all.
Absolutely.
I got receipts.
We saw them all the time.
Yeah,
Springs. That's old school.
Yeah, what you know about that? What you know?
Especially Loud too. Yeah, that was.
You grew up in the industry.
I grew up. I always knew I was gonna do something great. Like I guess if my parents were dentists and doctors, I'd be like, yes, I want to operate. You know, but I'm like, nah, I want to do something fly.
Because you was exposed to that.
Exactly, yeah.
That's dope.
So I give them credit for that, both of my parents.
Wow.
Both of my parents are from Baltimore. My dad used to own clubs back in the day. Probably
Which club?
before. Oh, man. So he used to own 32nd Street Plaza, Fantasy, a gay club called Hats. He used to own Paradox with Wayne. He used to own, Missy, what else he used to own? Paradox, Fantasies, 32nd Street Plaza. He opened his first club when he was 17.
Wow.
So he's very accomplished.
He's accomplished.
Pops was a hustler.
Them clubs was
He's with it.
Wow.
If you name the top 5 clubs in Manhattan, that's literally what she just named.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And he went to Boys Latin, so him and his business partner opened the club at 17 with his business partner's bar mitzvah money. And it's in, like I be, you know how kids think their parents is whack till they come with the receipts. So he showed me the printout of that recently.
Wow.
Talk that talk, Pops. Talk that talk, Pops.
Yeah. Poppy, you gang.
Gang, yeah.
Your hustle comes from me. Go ahead, Pops.
Yeah, and he also, I give him credit because he took, he's an entrepreneur like myself, and so sometimes you'd be like balling for a few years, and then it'd be like nice like this.
Right.
But he did take me and like half of Baltimore to a fight in Vegas.
What?
Yeah, it was the Tarver and Roy Jones fight.
That's what's up.
So,
I think, that's when he slumped Roy Jones.
Yeah,
He put him out.
I'll pull up a picture because I think Zab Judah was on the opening card. So I have a picture with me and Zab Judah.
That's what's up.
With the messed up eyes.
So you famous.
Nah.
You've been exposed to a lot.
I've been exposed for sure.
You know what? So you've been exposed to so much that there's no other way but success for you.
Well, I received that.
Absolutely.
I
So your expectations are different. They had to be different from what you was exposed to. If you enjoyed it and really embraced it.
Listen, I loved my childhood.
That's amazing.
Loved like everything.
I mean, you was popping.
Yeah.
Not too many kids can say that. My pops, you know what I mean? Get exposed to that. Your mom's worked for Sony, the people that she knew, and the music industry.
Yeah.
And then your pops, from him being the entrepreneur at 17 years of age.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Your pops was like in the music industry as well, right?
He was the first to bring, I want to say, the Isley Brothers to Baltimore.
What?
So he did like concert promotions and stuff like that.
Wow.
Now let me paint the picture clearly. They're not perfect parents, but
Nobody's
love their hustle, and I respect what they do.
Absolutely.
And have done for the city. So they're both like Baltimore semi-celebrities, but you wouldn't think, most people know him or know her, and if they know them both, they wouldn't think that they had a kid together.
Wow. That's dope.
So that's me.
That's dope.
You're the only kid? You're the only kid that has it?
So I'm my mother's only child.
Okay.
But my dad.
Pops is sticking the movie.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
No, I actually love all my siblings. They're so dope. I actually just found 2 dope ones maybe 2 years ago. No, it's been 4 years now.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Ray and Chanel. And I have 10 siblings.
Wow.
And they all got the hustle. They all got the grind. Like, they're so dope.
Do you speak to them?
Yes. Except for one.
Okay.
She's mad right now.
She'll be all right. Listen, it's 2021. Just love, baby.
I just got nothing but love for everybody.
Mommy, I love you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, so 5 years with Sony.
Mm-hmm.
So what direction did it go to after that?
So, my mother, I honestly, she probably won't admit it, but I feel like she saw too much and got scared, or Illuma Negroes was after her or something. So she ran to Jesus, and it
Nothing
was
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
He's always there to hug you.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
He's there with open arms.
Hey.
He was always there.
Oh.
Come on now.
Open arms.
Oh.
What?
Open arms. Okay. So my mother was like, you gotta get a real job. So I got a job working for the clerk of the court.
Clerk of the court.
In jury duty.
Wow.
In jury duty. And let me tell you, I was on like social media, like people will call in to get the number, to be like, oh, I can't come to jury duty or whatever. And so I would go on Facebook back then, which was kind of new.
You do have a very, like, lawyer presence.
I have a lawyer presence?
You have a very, like, law.
Law?
Yeah.
No.
Like, I'm here, I'm law, boom.
Do you mean like professional? Is that what you meant?
Nah,
Like I'm kind of professional.
No,
Absolutely.
you're definitely professional.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you also strike law with it.
Law.
Like, don't mess with me.
Yeah, don't mess with me.
Definitely
Don't-
don't.
don't-
Definitely
don't
don't do
do
that.
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You know what? Don't
Right,
mess with
don't-
me 'cause I
don't
know
do
the
that.
law.
I know, hey,
Don't mess with me because I know the law.
I know the law.
Absolutely.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
So I basically like people would call in to get their jury number,
Mhm.
and so I would go on their Facebook, like, oh, what's your name? Okay, and I'm like, oh, they lying. They can't come to jury duty, and then I like made this whole big proposal for the clerk of the court or whatever, like, hey, we should start incorporating social media. We should start putting the number out. If we put the number out on Twitter, you know, it'll clear up the phone lines. We can really help people. It'll be more effective. And I had like this great presentation. I was like, hey guys, this is what we're going to do.
Mhm.
This is amazing. I'm young. You know, let's do this. And they was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Straightforward.
Damn.
I got invited to leave again. But let me just be clear.
I love the way you put that. I got invited to leave.
You know, I've been kicked out of much finer places.
That's
But,
all- right. But, hey, by better people.
by better people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I want to call some names, but I'm not.
It's okay.
I'm not.
We not catty.
We
Yeah.
not.
Right.
We just showing love.
That's it.
But I
There
will
you go.
say that I had jury duty, and they let us know that the numbers are released on Twitter.
Wow.
And I pitched that over 10 years ago.
Right. And they ain't want to hear it.
They didn't want to hear it.
So you brought something phenomenal to the table.
You was ahead of your
Phenomenal.
time.
I was ahead of my time.
Wow.
And what's so crazy is my mom called me that day and was like, God told me you were going to work for me today. And I was like, no, he didn't. Hung up on him. Then went to work and got fired.
Wow.
So I work for my mom's label. She has a gospel label under Universal. And that was interesting.
How long did you work there for?
Like currently? She has a...
Yeah. She accepted a new position with a major company, but she still owns that. She still gets like residuals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's her sister.
Wow, that's so dope. That's so dope. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. Mm-hmm.
How long did you do that for?
So I was going on tour with gospel artists. And,
Kirk Franklin?
I saw him.
Okay. Say less. So
And the kid is talented.
all right. So listen, how long did you work there for that label?
Oh, I would say like a year, and then
People wasn't they wasn't really holier than thou, was they?
nah, y'all know.
Yeah,
Come on, y'all
yeah,
already
yeah,
know what
yeah.
it is.
It's all
Like,
about the dollar.
It is for some people. They really believe what they sing, and for others, you like yo, because you have a higher expectation. You're like, oh, I'm dealing with God's people. Let me sit up straight.
Right.
Let me cover up my cleavage, and
Right.
let me do all these things. And
Right.
you're like,
What are
yo.
you talking about?
Like motherfucker, I just heard you backstage running your shit.
Yes,
Right.
I didn't smoke some good green with some of y'all favorites. Let me just say that.
I know that's right.
Hey, that's from God's earth.
that's from the Lord.
That's the devil's lettuce.
Nah,
God.
that ain't got nothing to do with that good green. Okay, we prayed over it. Amen.
I know that's right.
It's sanctified.
So anyway, I worked with her for like a year, but you know, like when you work for your parents, they don't really appreciate what you do or understand what you take to the table. So I volunteered at this event for a school called Blue for Drew, which was the old Walbrook, and that volunteering there just kind of changed my life because it was for her friend named Jermaine Leffridge, who owned the top brokerage firm for African American hair care. And she saw how I worked, and she hired me. I was with her for 5 years.
Wow.
So I would be on a plane every 3 days and present hair care products that I grew up using, like Luster, Ambi Skin Care, Organic Restimulator, the people who created the S curl. Like I got his number in my phone. You know, like that's my people. Shout out to Lester, Teresa Lester, and all
So
that.
they use that in Coming to America.
Yes,
Like
when they let your soul.
Yeah, my man Daryl.
It's coming out again in March,
That's
baby.
Daryl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have some actors in there too, so I'm excited to see
We
that.
have some history right here.
We got history.
It don't get no better than what's going on right
telling
now.
us history right
Oh,
now. It's insane.
you know what? This is what I needed today.
Absolutely.
Let it go. Tell us.
Yes. So, you know, I worked there for about 5 years, presenting products to Target, CVS, Walmart. Shout out to Iris, because when I got there, I was like, what do you do to win? You know, because I was just only supposed to be inputting orders. But it was a dude named Damon. He know what's up. Hi, Damon. But I was his assistant. So I was basically doing all his work. And Iris put me on with game. Like, basically all you have to do is present products and sign a product. So I stalked this company called Oyen Handmade that was based here in Baltimore. And I met them in Atlanta. Because I would have to go to all the trade shows. I would have to present the products. I would have to do, like, everything. And, you know, I met the owners. And I was like, hey, I'm from Baltimore. I heard of your products. I think you're great. And I found out that they lived on the same block as me, Northwood.
Wow.
And so they took out, I was like, yo, I'm not lying to y'all. And I took out my ID. We just had so much in common. So I presented them to Target, and Target wanted them. And that was like my big hit. However, you know, they were so dope. And you know, everything that I learned from Jermaine, she's a Delta. I saw y'all had the Kappa join up here. So shout out to the Deltas for, you know, their Founders Day. That was like yesterday, I think.
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Day 13. Yeah.
Day 13, okay. But through working with all these products, I was able to donate through the brands, I think $10,000 to the Delta Centennial, which was maybe like, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago?
8 years ago.
8 years ago, I donated a lot
Trying
of
to
money.
get me pledged again. That's not a question.
But,
yes.
you know, I sponsored events. I did what I wanted to do. And it was just, it helped me build up my confidence as an entrepreneur because, you know, people, they underestimated me by thinking, you know, this little young girl, whatever. They didn't know I was the boss. Or they didn't know that I was the Thea that they was emailing. So it was really dope, and I've loved Jermaine forever for everything that she taught me, and Iris, and just everything. Like, I just got to meet so many great people, make a lot of people thousandaires, and some of them millionaires.
Good to hear Madam C.J. Walker.
So, yeah, I did that, but I decided to leave, and I put some people on. Actually, let me have a keep it real moment.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So I put my little cousin's homegirl on that went to Hampton as well, and she was like my assistant, and I put a lot of young people on. Like I love that position because I was able to put people in position. You know, if they wanted to be a model, if they wanted to, just everything. And this chick like turned on me.
You was the plug.
I was the plug. I used to have that on my Instagram. Thea is the plug, but that's the plug right there though. The real one. She trying to be humble and shit. But anyway, yeah, she turned.
Why she turned on you?
I think that I learned that I'm not a manager of people, or at that time I wasn't, because I'd be like, oh, it's we, it's us. And you have to have clear lines of demarcation of I'm the boss and you are the worker. And if that is blurred, that's where everything goes wrong.
And they can think what they want to think.
They can think what they want to think. I was coming into work because I love what I did. I loved it so much. But when people don't have the line of like they don't need to love you to work with you. Now, if they happen to like you and things start to go smooth, that's cool. That's an after effect. That's okay. But I'm like, oh, we can do this. And I brought her on like, okay, so I'm traveling every 3 days. She can come with me. I don't have to hire models when I come to the market. I can teach her everything I know. And I'm telling my boss, like, boom, I can do your job and you can just be at home chilling, getting a check because I love what I did. I didn't see me doing anything else. I just knew I had the dream job. But you know, that wasn't in the plans for me, and I was so heartbroken. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a thrift store.
Word, really?
So I left without a plan and without any money.
In 5 years.
In 5 years, I had no money, but I did have connects.
I mean,
you started a thrift store.
I thought I was starting a thrift store, but I ended up being a stylist.
Okay.
And so I got signed to an agency, but this photographer named Nate Parker and my girl Erica Cherry brought me in because I was going to pay models. I was saving up money to pay models and get my first photo shoot. But my homegirl Erica was like, okay, I got a bomb photographer. You bring your thrift store clothes. I got Jamea Moore, who does stuff for Under Armour, like everybody. Erica does hair for all of the reality shows, everything. She lived up the street from me. And she put me on and gave me my first show, my first like photo shoot that I thought I had to pay for free. So I love Erica forever. And
shout out to her.
Shout out to Erica Cherry, y'all. But she did that, and our work ended up in Vogue Italia. And from there, I ended up getting signed to an agency, the artist agency in Georgetown. So I did all that. I did commercials for Beats by Dre. I styled Cam Newton, Alexander Ovechkin. I didn't even know who the hell he was.
Talk about the hockey.
Yeah.
Ovechkin. He's a big problem.
Yeah. I did the LeBron joint. I did.
LeBron's a problem, of course. LeBron.
Yeah, I did them all, and I did covers of Money Magazine. I did dope shit. My work is in the African American Museum. I won a Muse Award. I didn't know what the hell that was, but apparently it was like an Emmy for, the museums. So I did the African American Museum. It was called the Green Book Traveler's Guide Interactive Exhibit.
Wow.
That was by one of my best friends, JT.
Wow.
JT Davis. She was the producer for it. And so I did styling on another level, and I also did films and commercials and stuff like that. But I did get into a film that was a little bit too big for my britches, and I was like, I think I want to just cast. How do I get this money all the time and not have to be on set? Because actors be lying about their sizes, their heights, all that stuff. And, I was always jealous of the makeup artist that could just, pack up and do that. But I would have to take the stuff back to all the stores. So I got into casting by accident.
Really? How did that happen?
I was working on a show. I knew that, I would make crazy money from commercials, ridiculous. But it would only be, once a month or once every 2 months. So I'm like, how do I get this consistent money?
Right.
So one of my girlfriends, Amy Concevita, she sent me a thing for somebody that was hiring. So when I tell you I stalked them, not only did I Google it, I called them, I emailed them, and I followed up every damn day. Then I showed up on their ass like a stalker. And I was like, you know what, if I get in here, this is going to open the door for everything. So I got in. I was grossly underpaid to do wardrobe. It was a shit show. It was on Reels. It was a true crime show. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I was in Baltimore. I drove to Georgetown. I worked 13-hour days, and I would be probably driving maybe 3 hours a day because the traffic is
horrendous.
Georgetown is crazy. Georgetown is in the middle, so it's not like just getting off of New York Avenue.
Right.
You gotta drive in all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So
New York Avenue traffic is no joke.
no whore.
No joke at
That's
all.
in Baltimore.
Word.
Yeah.
The slang, no whore.
That's real shit.
So I grinded out, did that. I found out I was grossly anyway, the casting person quit. And I was like, oh, I do that all the time. I got you. Yeah, I could do that. So I was just so excited to put my people on. So I was doing casting and wardrobe. Then people wasn't getting paid. So I was like, all right, I'll do the crew production. So I would hire the crew, and I was like, yo, I'm going to get you your check. But can you work for me on this day? I promise you I got you, whatever. So I did that. Sometimes the sound guy wasn't available, so I'd be up there holding the boom. Then sometimes the makeup artist wasn't available. So I'll be doing the makeup. I have a picture of me holding the broom, doing makeup, and like it was just crazy.
You was a jack of all trades.
In the trenches. She's
Yo,
in the trenches.
it's crazy. That was thug life. Like I had no sleep. I probably was skinny as hell. Trenches, grinding, and underpaid. Like what I got paid then is probably like a third of what I get paid now. Like I would laugh at somebody if they offered me that, but I don't feel like I was taken advantage of. I feel like that was my film school.
That was your learning experience.
That was my learning experience.
That can't be taught or
path.
bought.
Yeah, that was your path to grow.
Word.
Yeah.
And you loved it.
What other way?
I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
When you love it, you don't even be knowing.
I loved it.
What other way can you truly appreciate your craft by going through the mud?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the best way to get through it. Because you know from A to Z how I'm gonna get this done now. I know what you're gonna pay me as towards what you're telling me what you're gonna pay me because I know my worth.
Yeah.
Total difference.
Well, I didn't know my worth.
Of course not, but you have to learn to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah, but me and everybody that worked on that show, they still like my brothers to this day. Graham and Matt and Brian Bullock, and we saw my homegirl JT's pay because we was trying to like get a raise, but the owner of the company was like, we really don't cut it, blah 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 blah. Yo, my homegirl JT, I was just in her wedding. That's my dog, but her check was what we were making times 3.
Damn.
And we was scared. We was like, no, Carson's our friend. Let's not, But Brian was like, no, we're not going to do that. He can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. We saw her pay stub hanging. We was like, nah, yo, you about to...
Yeah, give it up.
Give it up. Give it a loop.
Your budget got to be crazy.
Right.
Your budget, yo.
Wow.
So, but I'm so thankful for the experience because from then, I cast a whole bunch of true crime shows. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's been your body of work until now.
I've done everything. Like I just did T. Rowe Price. I did a project for them. If you go to netgeo.com right now, I have a project sponsored by Aflac,
Nice.
where I show that basically this system with healthcare is kind of fucked up. Like you can do all the things right. You can go to school. You can get a great job. You can get great healthcare, but you still may have to come out of pocket. So that's what it shows. So I had my homeboy. I was able to cast my homeboy Scorpio Brown, Nicole Little, and some other people who had great, amazing jobs, great, amazing healthcare, but had to come out of pocket $5,000 or more.
Wow.
So I've done that. I've done a lot of prints. I do online courses for Harvard and Stanford, casting the people for that. Tons of true crime shows. Nobody has cast more true crime shows than me.
That's amazing.
If you can beat my record, come see me.
Holla.
She's not messing around.
Word. She's with the shits.
Come see me. And my aunt Misty.
Word.
But before you get to her, you gotta come through us.
You gotta come through the Silverbacks, you heard?
Hey.
Come through.
Hey. Yes.
That's what's up.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yo.
The grind is no joke.
The grind is no joke. But it's worth it. I grinded out really hard when my son was young. And now I can take him to school every day. I can chill home with him. I don't have to go on the set anymore because I paid my dues early.
Absolutely.
So
Put that work in early.
Good for you. That's awesome.
And shout out to his dad and their family because they've definitely been supportive.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Takes a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm an aspiring actor, like what do I need to do?
What do you need to do?
Yeah, like what will make me?
How can I get in one of your casts?
Yeah, how can I catch your eye?
How can you catch my eye?
Yeah, what's up?
I mean, I'm already here. Just let me know what I need to do next.
So what you can do is email me 4 to 6 photos that look like you. Don't catfish me. Because I'm gonna have it.
Do you get a lot of that? Like people do that?
Yes. I actually stopped asking for professional photos because people will have the best makeup and hair and lighting and, you know, put a little Photoshop on it and they show up the set. I'm like, who the hell is you?
Right. Put like 1,000 filters on.
Thousands of filters. I even get people that have like animal filters.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, people don't. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. So I'm not mad, and I try to do lives a lot on my Instagram to kind of help people. And,
Right.
and
What is it? What is your Instagram?
It's Thea Washington Casting.
Nice.
That's where I do my lives, and then I post a lot of stuff that I'm casting for, and
That's
I
awesome.
work on Washington Casting.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it right there. But show pictures that look like you. Everybody does not have to be the lead.
Right.
I had a dude one time.
Came up to you looking like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Huh?
Hey, I've had that happen too.
I believe it.
But in this case, this dude sent his headshot from like 1985.
Damn. They say you don't look like this.
Yeah, let's play a game. Like him, Triple C, and me. Like, what would you cast him for?
Word. What's up?
What he look like?
6'5", too sexy. What's good?
Hey.
That's that?
Hey.
What would you do?
Dark season with a beard. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Right.
Just random.
Right.
Bullshit.
What would I cast you for?
It don't matter. I'm playing it.
Hey.
He can do
Word.
it all.
It don't matter.
I will say less.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard personality, I can do it whatever.
Okay.
Word.
Hey.
That's it.
Hey.
Now you know.
Hey.
He's Gucci for everything.
Everything. Any and everything.
It don't matter. I'm a chameleon. What's up? What we doing?
Hey.
It don't matter.
Hey.
I'm here.
That's what's up.
I'm here for the chicken.
Means the Skrilla.
You know?
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
what has your experiences been with police? Do you have any questions in reference to what we do and how we do? Because this is about you.
Yeah, like
So-
And we appreciate you taking your time out. So I had to throw that out there.
Let me tell y'all my little theory that I have.
Okay.
I don't want to offend nobody.
You're never going to offend us because this is how you feel.
so you're not here.
Right.
So I have a couple of theories about police.
Okay, talk to me.
So I think that number one, police don't police their communities, and that is a couple of white boys from Pennsylvania, as me and my boyfriend like to call it,
Right.
that come down and they see what they see on the media and think that they're playing cowboys and Indians and don't understand and connect with the community. So that's one.
Okay.
That's one theory I have. Number two theory I have is that y'all, some of y'all couldn't sit at the lunch table with us.
Absolutely.
And, y'all probably got teased a little bit and they liked that shit back in high school. And maybe got bullied.
Right.
And because when you fuck with some of y'all wanted to become police. So y'all can get us back every day of your life. Then, and that's just not police. That's the security guards. That's
Right.
the ticket writers. Like, yeah, motherfucker, let me write you a ticket.
Absolutely. You've been parked here for over 20 minutes.
Over 20 minutes.
It's over. What's the third one? I want you to let it out now. Come on now.
No,
It's all therapy.
And I just want to thank you all for your service.
I appreciate you.
And if y'all see me, let me go.
It's a given.
I'm a good person.
What happens when so here
I love the sound effect.
my thing here is like with the Silverback podcast.
Okay.
Now you met a couple officers that we are the lunch table. So
Ah,
now
y'all
what?
built your own table.
Yeah.
And y'all let me eat with y'all.
Yeah,
And I like the meal. It's kind of cool.
No,
Now,
it's
what
amazing.
happened?
It ain't cool. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
No, we the guys that like if you got beef, we gonna handle it.
Hey, wait, y'all. Okay.
Let's go.
Aunt
tell us.
Misty, I don't want you to say nothing. Can y'all help me in this situation?
What's
What
up?
happened?
So,
Okay.
I got scammed.
How you get scammed?
So I had a call that happened. It was like a robocall, and it was like,
Oh, shit.
don't laugh at me. Most people don't know this. Most people don't know. Sorry. So I got a robocall, and it was like, hey, we have a charge pending against your Social Security.
Oh, God.
And, you need to handle this matter. We're pressing charges. Press 1 or give us a call back. So I've lately been handling my stuff because I have a business. I want to make sure all my affairs in order. My credit is getting sexier. And I've been just, instead of ignoring stuff, I've been taking it head on. So I'm like, okay, whatever this is from back in my college days or before that, I'm just going to handle it.
Right.
So I called the number back and they was like, hi, Thea.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And they were like, we saw the caller ID and we have your case and we're going to sue you. It's for Wachovia. And I was like, wait, I never had Wachovia. And they were like, oh, well, it was taken over by Wells Fargo, and you owe $3,000, and it's a charge-off. And I'm like, wait, hold up, from what year? And they're like, 2010. And I'm like, hold up, wait. After 7 years, doesn't it fall off? And they're like, no. And we have our attorneys, we're coming after you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what company is this? And they're like, S&O. And so as they're talking, I'm like looking up S&O. I'm Googling the phone number. And so I'm like, wait. Because in my mind, I'm like, I know you lying. Because if it was 2010, I was broke as shit back then. And I didn't have $3,000 on a good day.
Right.
I probably had $300
right.
on a good day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wait, are you located at 11 such and such, Old Pike Road? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, no, they're like, no, we're in LA or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, this feels very scammy. Does your mom know you're scamming? And they're like, what are you talking about? We have our attorneys ready to get you or whatever. And so, I told you a couple of my homegirls as attorneys. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm having my attorney call you. So, can I have the information or whatever to tell? Well, if that's your attorney, they should call us directly. And I'm like, no. They were like, that's what you pay them for. And I'm like, whoa. So it felt scammy. And I was like, you feel real scammy. I said, I don't know if you know, but I work in TV. And they were like, yes, we know. And they said the name of a production company I work for. And they also said my address that I was at. And I was like, oh, y'all real bold. So, I kept calling them back. Like, I'm sick of y'all scamming people and all the old ladies y'all scam. I'm on my way to come get you. I'm about to come see you. I work with detectives, boom, on my shows. So we about to come see you. I'm about to film your ass locking you up or whatever. Like, I hope your mother is okay with that shit. So I called him back.
I hope your mother's good with that shit.
Why? Because I'm coming.
I'm coming through.
She's doing a real acting versus pause.
Why?
So, like, I'm a Taurus, so we can't let up on shit. Like, my aunt will tell you, if you fuck with me, I don't bother nobody.
Right.
Nobody whatsoever. But if you fuck with me,
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
You're an April Taurus or a May Taurus?
I'm a May. What about you?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh.
That's that deep vein.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
So,
deep into May.
May what?
27.
Oh. No, I think that's my son's grandmother's birthday, and I do love her.
That's not Labor
That
Day.
is.
Yeah.
It's always love at the end.
He's around Labor Day.
Labor Day? Okay.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Yeah, she's dope.
So what ended up happening with that situation?
So I kept calling him back. And then I called him back some more. And then they blocked my ass.
Absolutely.
So I called my homegirl Asia, who's an attorney, and she was like, why didn't you ask him the case number? I was like...
It's the simple things.
I was wondering why you pushed one. I'm like,
Wow.
I didn't push him.
you called him back.
Because you do know, white collar crime has been number one for like the last decade.
Yo, my dad went to jail for white collar crime.
Yeah.
Like, I'm familiar.
But but documentation always beats conversation. So if you didn't receive it in the mail, get a notice.
Well, I
you
asked
call back
him,
in
but
reference to
I
it.
moved. So I moved out the city. And I'm like, did you send me something? Was it certified? They're like, no. But you had 30 days to respond.
Okay, well, if you didn't send me anything, then guess what? I have nothing
Yo,
in my hand.
On that white collar stuff, I have a female who is close to the family. They hit her up, right? Some company hit her up. Hey, you owe us $1,000. I think it was like $3,000. You're gonna get arrested if you don't pay this money.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what? Pay it in gift cards.
Oh,
we won't
red
take-
alert, red alert, red
Right.
alert.
We won't take your money.
You won't go to
But
jail.
we'll do it as gift cards.
How about that?
Yo, she went out there and bought like $4,000 worth of gift
Are
cards.
you
No.
serious? She did that?
And then somebody in her family was like, "Oh, auntie, what are you doing?"
Right.
She's like, "Yo, they called me. They said if I don't pay this money, I owe $4,000." She's never been arrested in her life,
Right.
but she's like, "Yo, if I don't pay this, I'm gonna go to jail." But it's like, why would you go to jail if you've never been arrested? Yo.
But we don't know. We're not
They'd be so
familiar with the
Right
convincing.
law.
now,
It's intimidating.
yeah.
I don't
But-
blame her.
But the long story, the short is, she has $4,000 in gift cards.
She got four racks to Target, fucking Walmart.
Ball out, ball out.
Hey.
She's so mad right
If she
now.
need help spinning it, give it to the guard. I'll help her spin
She's
some of it.
so mad right now.
Me
Like,
too. Bruce
We'll
Wayne.
give 50%
Why?
of them away, but the other 50% the Silverbacks keeping.
Right.
I know, but she won't give away the gift card. She just got $4,000.
Listen, don't let it sit there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We can put that to work.
So,
Right.
I mean, cash
Right.
it in, cash it in.
But now that's the thing. If you got no mail in reference to it or account number attached to that, then why are we even talking?
Yeah, we scamming. They
Can
scamming.
we call them back? Because they blocked me.
Word.
Hey, yo,
No,
but
you
you
gotta
know,
use another number.
when they call me, I call them back. I'm like, yo, what's my social? They hang up.
No, but I had my homegirl call and she
Mhm.
blocked the number. She called me on 3-way. And I don't know if this is incriminating or not, but she gave a fake name and pretended to be my attorney.
That's not
No,
incriminating.
Okay.
It's
No,
not
no,
You're trying
incriminating
to
for
solve
a
a
fake
case.
company.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to solve a
Yeah,
case.
yeah, right.
Damn it.
Right, it's a fake company.
That's
so.
right. It's a fake
The whole
company.
platform is
We're
built
We're all
on fakeness.
playing
yeah.
here. We're all
Right.
playing
That's
the
called
game.
reasonable subterfuge.
Hey,
There you go.
reasonable what?
Subterfuge.
I like that.
Yeah.
Subterfuge.
Sounds amazing, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Sounds awesome.
It rolls off the tongue. But it allows you to-
Subterfuge.
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 There you go.
Hey, hey.
Now you can use it on your shows.
Hey, subterfuge.
Right.
But it has to be reasonable.
Yes.
Subterfuge.
There you go.
Reasonable subterfuge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, so that's amazing. So, how many years you been doing the, being a director, casting?
Casting.
How does it feel to be a director? Like,
Man,
director. Hello, director.
Y'all making me feel real dope right
that's
now.
La Jefa
I
right there.
love
What's
it.
up?
I love it.
You know,
I just be holding my head down, just
You're
grinding
boss.
to the next project. But y'all this was really good for me today because I really feel good about what I do because I just be working.
No, that's
I'm doing my
amazing.
job.
You know what? You've been a delegator since you was a small child that you didn't even
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And you became professional and proficient with it.
it groomed you.
It's a skill set that not many people are good with.
Mm.
And you seem to have mastered your craft.
Hey.
And that's a great thing.
And I thank you.
Nah, I appreciate you. It means a lot. Because your voice means a lot to what we're trying to bring to the table
Mhm.
as a podcast and just in life in general that the people aren't getting that they need.
Hey.
So it means a lot coming from you.
That's
And
what's up.
I can appreciate you being a woman of color and just having high expectations of yourself.
Yes.
Because the world needs to hear that. The kids in Baltimore City definitely need to hear that.
Hey.
To let them know you're cut from that cloth.
Same.
But you came, you got better,
Mhm.
you were groomed,
Mhm.
and you just wanted more out of life.
Mhm.
And once given those opportunities, you utilized and you maximized everything in those opportunities that made your life the way it is.
Mm.
And that's exactly what we need in young youth.
Mm.
And just a lot of people don't have that. And inspiration is key. And let them know. And there's no better way of going through it yourself and then letting other people know, listen, I've been there. I know what that tastes like. I know what it feels like.
Mhm.
So thank you so much.
Bars.
We appreciate
That's
that.
a wordsmith. Okay.
Bars. Got bars.
Bars, for sure. And I thank you.
Amazing. So what do you see yourself now? Like the next 5 years, what do you want to do?
Whew.
Right?
Yeah, because you've accomplished a lot.
In a
Thank
shorter
you.
period of
You've done a
time.
lot. You've done a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to my Aunt Misty because I needed this tonight. Thank you. I just be working with my head down.
That's it.
So I felt like I gave you my flowers today.
I appreciate you.
I needed these damn flowers. I had a rough day. You know I did.
I'm glad you came.
Yeah, give you a flower.
I'm glad you feel that way because that's the way you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
When you know what I'm saying, when you meet genuine people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I appreciate it.
Oh, I got one question.
Go ahead, Triple
What's
C.
up?
Right now, I'm looking at some of these shows.
Uh-huh.
Like, my guys are telling very unique stories.
Okay.
If we know for a fact that we can pick out, like, we know for a fact that was a story that they absolutely positively told. Like, it ain't no... Besides, like, running up on people, what's the other way of doing that where it's like, yo, y'all owe us a check?
Wait, what you mean?
So, like, right now, because when they come by, like, they tell amazing stories about some of the things that they've gone through being police officers. Mm-hmm. And if people are listening, mm-hmm. they can pick that up, and that could become a show. That could become a concept. That could become a full show. Because some of these stories from end to end, like, show enough, like, you know, like when we had International K on, the stuff that he was talking about, like, from a guy coming from West Baltimore, and then him, like, this dude is like a show enough, like, he saved our lives like 3 times.
He's like a
he's
like a black
James Bond.
Yeah.
Facts.
International K?
If you listen to the International K one.
Oh no,
listen
his
to
stuff
it.
Is insane.
No, his shit is deep.
Our mouths were like...
It gets crazy offline. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that he didn't talk about.
There's a lot of stuff that he can't talk about.
Yeah.
And even when he retired, he can't talk about it.
But he will be an amazing, like, hey.
Yeah. And he grew up when, like, your pops had the clubs. Like, his description of, like, the BBSs on the... I'm like, you had the 300Z with the... Dog, stop. Like, it was so detailed. I'm like, dog, your life is a movie.
Wow.
He come from where your blocks had to be clean with the Ajax.
Yeah, remember the steps on the marble? Yeah, the marble steps and stuff.
I don't know about that, but she do.
Yeah.
So you got a guy that's from that era, and now all of a sudden he's blindfolded and dropped off in Australia.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, do what you got to do to get back.
Do what you got to do to get to your target and your destination.
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
He's stopping bombers.
So what does he do? Like, what is his position?
He works for Baltimore City Police Department.
But he's in an agency.
As an investigator.
Yeah.
But it's in an
I
agency.
do want to say that I signed an NDA, but damn, I can't say it. But yeah, I can't say it.
Don't say it. It's fine.
That's good.
But he does inner agency stuff, so it's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
So when I hear those stories, so if I were to if we looking at a show and we like, yo, that's K's story. Like, come on, dog. Really, you just took his whole story?
But he looks like us.
Yeah. So how do you, as a casting person, if we came to you and was like, yo, somebody stole his story, how would we have to?
That's why the biggest thing is this platform is very unique. On our stories and what we bring to the table. That's when I say there's few far in between that's going to come and bring to the table what we bring to the table. It's totally different. Chicago PD is one of the best shows out now.
I will send this podcast to the casting director because she needs to hear that, and she definitely looked out for me. You're the truth, lady. You helped me, and you did not have to. You didn't know me, so I thank you.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She needs some concepts. She need to holler at my guys, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not here for that. But
the casting people don't handle that, but I kind of, I pitch shows. One of the motherfuckers gonna stick, so I think we just all need to brainstorm on this to bring us all together. You got some stories too, you know everybody. So I've been pitching to like lots of networks. Somebody tried to steal my show. But for everybody who's trying to pitch their shows, before you pitch them, if you have a show, go register with the Writers Guild of America. It takes maybe 30 minutes and maybe $30, and it'll be worth it. It's like the poor man's copyright. So, but we can definitely brainstorm, get a writer's room happening. I'm a part of a couple of writers groups that can flesh out the ideas, and we can make stuff happen. But I'm connected to quite a few cool people, so you wouldn't go through the casting direct. I mean, I'm different because I'm like, F this. I've been grinding so hard. People been calling me, like my phone been, I ain't gonna tell you how many damn text messages I have in this short amount of time. But I'm looking for longevity. I'm looking for residual income. I'm looking for
generational wealth.
Generational wealth, stuff that I can pass down to Bruce Wayne. Know that he's good, and
his name is really Bruce Wayne.
His government name is Bruce hyphen Wayne.
Wow, that's so dope.
That's his whole first name.
Is it Batman? Or
Yeah, Batman.
Batman's your favorite?
His dad's favorite.
Oh, okay.
So I was so big when I was pregnant, I thought I was having twins. So it was going to be Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent.
Nice.
So, and then if I had a girl, it was going to be Jean Grey. But
look at you.
That's awesome.
But listen, it's funny you said that because he always has like the coolest name.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually an actor. He has a billboard. I gotta show y'all
his son has a billboard.
He has a billboard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Name like Bruce Wayne. That's dope. That's the James Bond son.
So dope.
He acts like it too. Like he runs the neighborhood.
Wow.
Supposed to.
He is like. I don't know if you ever met a kid. I mean, your granddaughter is awesome, but have you ever met another kid like Bruce Wayne? Yeah, he's like. He's an actor.
When you said Bruce Wayne, I thought it was like a nickname, but
that's dope.
So dope.
No, that's his whole first name.
Wow.
He speaks very well. He enunciates. He has a big vocabulary. He's just a cool ass kid. He's 5.
But you know what? That's what we want for all of our kids.
Yeah.
To do better than us.
Yeah.
Give them the jewels to the game so that they can live and not suffer.
Yeah, I want to make his life, I'm not trying to be like a helicopter parent where he's delusional and gets in the real world and is shocked.
No, there's no silver spoon.
Yeah.
But it'll be easier and you'll understand.
Yeah.
You're going to bust your ass and you're going to learn what it is to work hard. Throw up, fall. You're going to get all that.
Yeah.
Because nothing in life is given to anybody.
Mm-mm.
It tastes better when you work hard for it. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I'm going to carry that all the way till they lay me down 6 feet under.
Amen. Hey.
Nah, that's amazing.
With it.
Miss Heath, you are the best.
Who is Miss Heath?
I'm sorry.
Who that?
Thea Washington.
Miss Thea. It don't get no better than what happened tonight.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. International K sound a lot better. Like I should have been spelling some T, saying some real stuff.
No. You said it real, but it's totally different than somebody that's been on the job and putting years in. We talking. He got over 25 years on the job, and the shit that he talking about, you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The episode is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you honestly from 3 episodes. Origin is dope because it tells about their origin story, and we literally did that sort of like the Marvel thing, like an origin.
Yeah. No,
and
I follow.
It's a few of them that like I love stories. That's how all my hip hop artists are, and like when I'm listening to it, I literally zoned out and was just sitting. I ain't say nothing. I'm just sitting here listening to them like, yo, that's dope. Like that's a show. I would watch it if it were cast and like written well because it just sounds amazing.
Let's figure this out. Wait, what's your favorite hip hop artist?
It depends. It depends.
I want everybody to answer this.
See, it depends for me.
What I can listen to every day,
I give you my top 4.
Rick Ross all day.
He
Rick Ross is like a. Not, you're funny. She said because he's a police officer.
She's hilarious.
But no, Rick Ross to me is like a classic modern Biggie.
Okay.
His beats, what he spits, I can listen to every day.
He's on some luxury.
It's luxury at its finest. Mm-hmm. It's like boss talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the beats go along. It's grown up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him and right now, Conway. The boys, Conway the Machine. The boys from Buffalo. Woo!
Buffalo.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher.
I'm gonna let you hear it before you leave.
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, Griselda Records.
Well, it's the same crew.
Okay.
But Conway the Machine,
Listen,
New York rappers ain't spitting like that right now.
Yeah,
he different.
And everybody blessed off on him.
Everybody.
All the old school dudes blessed off. They had to go see them. Like it was that's dope that they went to go see Jada and all of them. They blessed off. Wu blessed off on them. Every old school artist you know that you love blessed off on them.
Hold up. Since y'all bringing up new school people, what y'all know about Corday?
Who?
Oh.
Yeah, you have to bring something, yeah.
Who?
Corday.
Corday.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know about him.
Yeah.
Where you from?
We'll play that on after.
Yeah. He's from all over. He actually went to Towson, and he dropped out, but he has a song with, y'all heard of Anderson .Paak?
Yeah.
He was in the studio with Dr. Dre.
Okay.
He
What's his live record out right now?
He got so.
Is he underground or is he?
He's semi underground. Okay.
Because I never heard of him.
He
I heard
was
a Corday, but I didn't hear it.
It was YBN Corday.
Okay.
And then he separated. He's grown now. He goes by Corday.
Okay.
And he's so fucking dope.
Really?
He talks about real stuff.
Okay.
And a lot of your favorite rappers like Pusha T is on
Pusha
the
T?
album.
What?
Okay.
We got Pusha on there now. We
Yeah,
talk.
that's heavy.
Because Anderson .Paak is dope.
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak is one of my new favorites.
Yeah.
Corday is one of my new favorites. Pusha T. That's my.
That's all day, every day.
Shout out to Jenny. That's my boo. Hi, boo. That's his wife. She's so dope. She's
dope.
my sister for life. But Pusha T is one of my favorites. But y'all gotta figure out Corday. He was Grammy nominated.
Who's your favorite of all times, though?
Wait, I'm gonna go to them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, you wait, you and then go.
Him or me?
Now I want to know who your favorite is, Thea. Who your favorite is?
For me, I'm biased. I'm going with the Locks. I used to hang up posters for them.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Locks. They're the
Hey,
best
she good.
trio. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jada doing this thing. He's on this big thing. Styles P.
Yeah.
The Ghosts.
Yeah.
They for me,
Mm-hmm.
like for me, best rap trio ever that the hip hop will ever see. I mean, like I have dope artists. Like I love Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross. Like him and I, when we were doing the riots, and we were working like
Freddie Gray, Uprising.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like music is such an important part because at the time Rick Ross dropped an album, and it was the Money Dance.
Yeah.
And we will go home for 2 hours, take a shower, brush your teeth, change your clothes, come back to work, and it was the Money Dance. It was Rick Ross that we would listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like during that era. And then Rick Ross has become a huge part.
He's a mogul, man.
Of course, now Conway, like we're all about that real hip hop. But the Locks, you know, you can say about the Locks. But I also love Cameron. I also love
Crack.
Boy, get
Jim
your toy.
Right.
I can't forget Jay-Z, like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But again, Pusha T.
Yeah.
Pusha T is an animal.
Yeah.
Like we appreciate hip hop here,
Yeah.
like real hip hop,
Yeah.
and we on some West Coast stuff like Stupid Young and like Young Drummer Boy, like
Drummer Boy, the producer or?
the rapper from LA. He's like an LA guy.
Because I know
Young
Drummer
Boy.
Boy from Memphis
Yeah,
that produced everything, but I don't know if I know the rapper.
the rapper's different. He's like this Mexican kid. But
Oh yeah, that ain't who I know. All right, what's yours?
My number one of all times is and it's always the same. Big and Nas for me.
Hey.
Top to bottom.
Right.
Yeah. Big just
he's big.
yeah. Big just different.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah. My favorite from Big is
Yeah.
Stone the Town.
Oh, absolutely. But my top four is the one when you said it didn't hurt my heart, but I understood like because Pun to me was different.
Pun was amazing.
Pun was a monster. So when you said
More
like
than
your
Joey
mind,
Crack?
absolutely, and I love Joe, but Pun
The BX
Pun
boy.
was
You know he did him wrong,
amazing.
right? Do you know about that? The conspiracy? I mean, no man. I don't want to say
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that
Yeah.
later. Come back and we'll talk later.
He got his little podcast jumping. I like it. You good with me? I don't want no beef.
Oh no, because I know when you say your mom worked for Loud, and she was like when she heard I'm not a player, I'm like when Pun dropped, he was just it sounded different.
Did y'all realize? Me and my homegirl realized the other day that was Earth, Wind and Fire sample. Body out.
Mhm.
Body out.
Mhm.
Body out.
No, they got so many good samples.
Yeah.
Yo, but his son, Chris Rivers, oh my God.
Really?
He's a monster.
You haven't heard?
He's
Chris
Yo.
Pun's son?
Yeah, Chris Rivers.
He doesn't want to be called Little Pun because
No.
he just wants to bend his lane, but his
What?
Yo, he's a monster.
lyrically, he spits.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
I'm not sure if him and Fat Joe get along because, like you said, there's a lot going on in that situation. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't know the ins and outs to it. So
Let's see on the street. Well, no.
But as a fan, he spits.
he spits.
Okay.
He spits. I think
Ridiculous.
I just wish he would get more.
Mainstream.
Yeah, he's just a great artist.
If he keep doing what he's doing,
He keep grinding. Yeah, it'll come out. Word.
Okay, or he gotta get down with the Illuminati.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's the
The
quote
Illuminati
unquote.
Bros.
Right.
Quote unquote. That's how you become successful.
Right.
Allegedly.
Quote unquote.
But that's not my lane.
Never mind hard work, but just quote unquote.
Can I just say hard work is the biggest lie?
Is it?
Oh,
He says the biggest lie?
oh, no. I don't want to say that. Edit that out.
No.
No,
Say
but
how you feel.
they just
Smart
say
work.
that.
I want to hear tell us how you feel.
I feel like sometimes you can work very. This is coming from a frustrated me.
That's okay.
Who crosses all the T, dots all the I's.
Yes.
Who feels like I can work so hard, but because other people have privilege or are connected to certain people, they can be mediocre as fuck.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's very frustrating.
And your work is not accounted for.
Your work is not accounted for, and they sell you this dream like, oh, just work hard, and it's gonna come to you. But sometimes it's about your connection, and sometimes it's about your complexion. Sometimes it's about just different things. And I think that we just gotta stop selling a dream.
Yeah.
And just be real. You know, like you just be real. I believe in manifestations of things, and speaking positive, and not, you told me like don't speak positive. We don't know the outcome of certain things yet. So.
You gotta speak positive and speak it into fruition because it'll come. That's why I respect hard work because it defines that individual. Hard work creates a mindset to where you're not gonna let nothing just, cloud your vision. It's okay to get through the bumps.
Right.
And the tragedies that come with that.
But also, let's be clear. There are systematic things of oppression.
Yes, ma'am.
That are put in here that sometimes people don't see because they're invisible barriers.
Absolutely.
And they think that you should be way further along, or all you have to do is work hard. But there are things like this system is rigged somewhat against us.
It is. I think you just got to stay focused. And stay as a go-getter. And you know what? Don't be naive to what's in plain sight.
Yeah.
So my answer to all that is education. Like I feel like if you educate yourself in all the realms, you can identify what's coming your way.
You know who you sound like to me?
Who?
Okay, I reloaded. Y'all motherfuckers think you big time? Fucking with Jay-Z, you gonna die big time. I was trying to figure it out.
Reloaded. That's
Papito.
They call him pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, Papito.
I was trying to figure it out this whole time. I was like, damn. At first I thought it was Scarface. Sometimes you
That's why
sound
you
like
was looking at
Scarface.
me like that, like, yo, who is this guy?
Okay. Yeah. I figured that shit out. It came to me.
That's perfect.
I'm not him, but I may be his cousin.
Yeah, your cousin.
You know, we all cousins.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, for me, it's all education. Like, I teach my kids, like, it ain't about color. It's about, I'm dead serious. Like,
it's tough.
Nah, my daughter looks like you, for real. My daughter's your complexion. But I feel like if she's educated enough.
What you mean educated on that being
educated on everything?
Part of the plan as well?
On the street.
Being part of
with the books. On the books.
How many more hours we got?
We got until you
do
done.
whatever we want. I mean, we run the show. We do whatever we want. Nah, but like for real.
I'm gonna respectfully, I'm I'm gonna disagree.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Let's say, for example, do you really think LeBron James kids are dealing with it?
With what?
Anything.
I'm sure they deal with stuff.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You think if LeBron James kids go to a mall, they really deal with it?
Absolutely. White people don't know. Like, people don't know what
I
they
disagree.
look like. Also, LeBron James is part of Sigma Pi Phi, which is.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about money. It's all about.
It's about money.
In my opinion,
mm-hmm.
the only color that matters is green.
Nah.
I mean, I may be wrong.
Okay.
I may be wrong, and that's why you're here to prove me wrong.
How you feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
I feel
You want to give a little quick, you know?
The only color that matters to
You want to go in
this country
just a tad bit?
is green. It's
Okay.
green. It's green.
I understand. You can have all the green in the world. You can have all the education. You can have the best car, the best home, the best zip code, the best occupation, all the pedigree, all that shit like that. But if you get pulled over by the wrong cop that don't know who you are, don't give a
So
fuck
you
who
think-
you are, you still a nigga in a coupe.
So you think if LeBron James gets pulled over, there's
If
gonna be
they
issues?
if for some reason they don't know or recognize who he is,
Everybody knows LeBron James.
but okay, so maybe not LeBron because he's, you know,
That much
superstar
recognized.
status. He's so recognized. But if we talk about somebody else who's like, oh, I got my education, I'm so famous, my parents are such and such, I drive this great car, I live in this zip code, I did everything right, and you know, I'm better than you basic Negroes who didn't get the education and didn't draw in the lines like I did. And if he gets pulled over by the wrong motherfucker, he's still a nigga in the coupe. And
I mean-
if he applies for a certain job,
Oh, you know what's
he's
crazy?
it's still like, mediocre Molly or this motherfucker. I'm gonna go with mediocre Molly.
Legit. I'm with it. You know what's crazy though?
What?
Me as a cop,
Mhm.
I'm a cop.
Mhm.
I'm a detective,
Mhm.
and I'm brown.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a
You're
gun.
a little yellow.
Down here I'm yellow. You know what I'm saying? But in New York City,
Mellow yellow.
Mellow
in
yellow.
New York City I'm caramelo. You know what I'm saying? No, but all that, right? Even when I get pulled over, I act right. Because I don't
It
know what
don't
I'm
matter.
gonna get.
Sandra, I mean, it's so many people who put their hands on the 10 to 2 and, you know, give you my stuff and still got shot. And Malcolm X has, like, an amazing quote. I don't want to misquote him, but he's just like, if you don't speak up or something, fuck, I'm
Now you go ahead.
But it's a quote. Let's paraphrase.
You know-
It's basically,
You know the meat and potatoes of it. So
yeah. So
we
it's
know
like,
what you're trying to get to, but
if you don't speak up,
Mm-hmm.
they'll basically say that you enjoyed it. That you liked it. So you have to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to express yourself. And it's no right or wrong because it's injustice. So it doesn't matter if you do the right thing. It doesn't matter if you speak up. So I might as well go out shooting. No, don't shoot people.
No,
But you know what I mean.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why this
I agree.
podcast was created. Because we know there's pieces of shits that have the badge. And like you said previously earlier, they were bullied in high school.
yeah.
They couldn't sit at the cool table.
Nope.
Because I was always at the cool table. You heard? I was a
Me
grand
too.
ambassador of it.
Hey.
I ran the cool team.
Word.
All right, when I was in Cherry Hill, I wasn't always at the cool table.
It's all right.
But,
all
but when I
good.
got back up in city, I was up there, y'all.
Word,
I
you
was
s-
up there.
Listen.
I mean, your swag,
South
your swag
Baltimore's
and
a different
delivery.
planet, so you can't.
Yo.
We
I
treat
thought-
everybody different.
Yo. Now I'm at the cool table. Like, I run into everybody. It's,
But
like,
it's all love.
It's
No.
all love.
It's all
It's
love.
all love. Because I ain't lose not one fight.
Yeah, it is.
God broke it up.
Oh, you
It's all
used to fight?
good.
You used to fight?
She said God
She
broke
said
it
she
up.
got in the scuffles.
How the
You know what I
stuff?
You
mean?
used to fight?
Fight.
No way.
Fight. Fight.
Yeah.
Like
You
in
don't
Cherry Hill, if you're not from there,
Yeah, South Baltimore
they will fight you.
Yeah.
They will fucking fight you.
Because it was always East and West. I tell you, it was always East and West Baltimore. So South Baltimore was like, They really ain't show us love. Oh, word? Gotcha.
It's one way in and one way out for a reason.
Yeah, we're like our version of LES.
Yeah, it's different blocks.
Nobody goes over LES.
It's common in every hood though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's worldwide. But the basis and focus for this podcast is to hold officers accountable.
Right.
We understand that there's pieces of shit. There's pieces of shit in every profession.
Absolutely.
There's racists in every profession.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing is what you gonna do when you recognize that. Either you gonna see the shit and keep it going, or you gonna see it, recognize it, and say something about it. Now here at the Silverback Chronicles podcast, we don't take none of that fuckery.
Hey.
If we see it, we're gonna recognize it. We're gonna talk about it.
Hey.
And if you got a problem with it, well, you know what? Being a professional, sitting down and conducting yourself accordingly is the best way about going about that situation. Because you can still talk and not agree on certain topics, but the biggest thing is having a common ground, saying how you feel, that other person saying how they feel. All right, now let's move forward on creating a better situation.
I'm all for that. I love that.
Absolutely.
And we've got inboxes from civilians and law enforcement that were like, "Yo, y'all went too hard on us." But it's facts, like show no.
Yeah.
But we're not worried about
discussion.
that.
Yeah, it's an open discussion.
It's an open.
Yeah, it's an open
I
discussion.
feel like the way everything is going now, like with the political climate, like I remember back in the day, you used to have to hide who you were voting for.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now, I have friends that are Trump supporters.
Right.
I got friends that aren't. But it's almost like a gang. Like, yo, gang. Like, it's beef. Like, if
because you can't talk.
You can't talk about it. And I feel like both sides are doing that thing. You go to MSNBC, they're like, oh, Trump ain't shit, da-da-da-da-da. CNN too. Fox is like, oh, Biden ain't shit, da-da-da-da. But I think if they got anything that would support the other person, they wouldn't report on it because it's not for their
taste.
Their taste,
right.
They're making money off sensationalizing.
Sensationalized. It's like, the political parties are like gangs to me.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's deep.
It's so deep.
I mean,
is anyone in here a Trump supporter? Raise your hand.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
I'm a money
We can
supporter.
be friends.
I'm a money supporter.
Uh-oh, you quiet over here, like skin. You real quiet.
No.
You look uncomfortable, dog.
Ooh.
We're good.
You good? You love Trump?
see. Look at she changed the whole interview. Like, welcome to the Thea show.
Right.
Okay, let me play my position. I'm sorry.
Nah, you great. The biggest thing is what I believe in having.
You love Trump.
She gonna press him.
She trying to squeeze you out.
Interrogation, bro. She went to interrogation.
Try to squeeze that
And
far
that's
down.
why I know that's why I know she's Misty niece, boy.
No,
Damn,
that is an interrogator.
If y'all ever need anybody in the interrogation room,
Listen.
But
she gonna get who killed JFK on the grassy
I'm all
knoll.
full of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, she is. Yo,
But the biggest thing is having uncomfortable conversations.
okay.
Especially this day and age in America.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have that.
I mean,
How can we move forward if you don't want to have that conversation?
Hey.
One of the last episodes, I mean, we had a super dope fireman, lieutenant, tell us that he ain't like police. And we had a dope ass conversation as to why. We didn't fight, we didn't argue. It was like, yo, he stated his reason, and it was all love after that. We still love him.
Okay, that's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? And
I
that's
love
what
it.
It should be like we agree to disagree, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
We
But
gotta-
that's whack if everybody thinks the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't need yes men
But
around.
he had a
me.
reason.
Yeah.
He had a reason why he didn't like
What was
police.
his reason? I'm curious.
I mean,
Well, he went through something.
Yeah.
Well, he was
He was
episode
younger.
52 or 53.
Mhm.
It's with Lieutenant Capel. But when he was younger, he faced something. I guess he got stopped by an officer, him and his friends, and they made him kneel down in the alley. It was glass on the floor, so they made him kneel down in the alley. And he said the imprint of that situation made him not like police, which I get. I can understand that.
Absolutely.
Just like I said, out of all my years growing up, do you think every police interaction was pleasant for me? But I said, you got 21 years on now in the fire department as a lieutenant. And I said, knowing what you know now, you work hand in hand with us. Why do you still feel that way? And what made it worse for me is you tell your son, no, don't talk to police. They're not cool. They're not for you.
Right.
How can you do that? Or why do you feel that way? Knowing what you know as a grown man and adult, you're not adolescents no more. and you know how you know how that can affect your son's outcome on the badge.
Right.
You're not giving the badge a chance to actually get out here and talk to your son to let him know. And not for nothing, but you talk to Dre every day, like you said. So you're kind of contradicting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Because he see you as a person, but not as a cop.
Right. It was the uniform for him, but it was dope though. Like, we didn't argue. We just had a dope ass conversation.
I love that. I'm gonna have to listen to episode 50.
Yeah, I ain't got to. That's my big. Like, I'm gonna hold you accountable, you like it or not. But we gonna talk because it's real dudes out here that's doing this.
Okay.
He shed a lot of like info on the fire side, but like he said,
Yeah,
he's doing it.
Yeah, he said he fell out of the POLE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
20 feet.
Yeah.
I don't believe that shit. I don't know if big ass ain't fall 20 feet off of that and not break nothing.
The fireman pole.
Yeah, you had to break something, Jack.
Maybe not.
20 feet, fam? He ain't 100 pounds, brother.
He might have the cartilage.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
He said he ain't buying that.
I ain't buying that, fam, but you know, no doubt.
Shout out to our guy.
Shout out to Lieutenant Capel. That's my man. But nah, it's great to have uncomfortable conversations. I figured this day and age in policing and just what the world is going through.
Yep.
If you can't be real with yourself, then don't even say nothing. You know, because we're not looking for yes people. We're not looking for I'm looking for real conversations. What only way can you get past the climate if you can't talk about it professionally, agree to disagree, and let's move forward to a better everything, a better person, a better badge, a better firefighter, a better lawyer. You know what I'm saying? A better musician. You know, let's just keep us. Let's work on us.
Let's keep making us better.
And love. Don't hate. There's too much hate in the world. It takes a lot to be negative towards somebody. Because Triple C, perfect timing. Let me go off on my little rant, you heard? But I just love, man. It's 2021. You know, love everybody. You know, positive is easy. Hugging somebody. Hey, how was your day? Listen, be blessed, be well. I wish you none but the best. Being negative, cursing out people, it stresses you out, and it's not good. It's not a good imprint. And I love, baby. You heard?
That's it.
I don't.
That's it.
Dre, what you got?
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna end up from now on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a little quote. I'm gonna say we are all tired. We're all physically, mentally exhausted. Let's not turn on each other. We are all Americans. I get it. We are all tired. Be kind to each other. The ones who seek violence don't understand it. There's people out there seeking violence. They do not understand it. Don't seek what you're not ready for. That's all I want to say.
I don't live to love. I love to live. Miss Thea, what you got, baby?
That's it.
How you want to end it?
Oh, Thea?
Huh?
Yes.
I said Miss Thea.
Oh.
He said Miss Thea.
Miss Thea. Not Othea.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So,
Thea, Miss Thea.
Any shout outs you want to give?
I definitely want to give a lot of shout outs, especially to my Aunt Misty that's over there, the commissioner.
That's right.
Shout out to her. And the plug. She knows everybody, and she gives out a lot of love.
Nice.
Tries to keep the peace.
Absolutely.
And she also is the enforcer.
That's right.
So everybody's scared of her.
Oh.
Yeah.
She don't play no games.
She don't play no game.
At
I'm
all.
definitely scared of her.
Yeah. I like to give a shout out to my boo, Bo
Okay.
Kershaw, the Emmy Award winning director and partner of Story Farm. I like to give a shout out to my son Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
And I just want to give some love out here.
That's
It's
perfect.
don't be an asshole when you can be nice.
How about that?
When you can make somebody's life a little easier, do that. Or just leave them alone.
That's it.
Okay? That's it, that's all.
That's it, that's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 55. Silverback Chronicles. Can I finish?
That's it, and that's all.
Silverback Chronicles podcast. I'd like to thank our special guest, Miss Thea, for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Displaying her phenomenal body of work, what she does for a living.
How?
The trials and tribulations that she's been through in life.
Yes.
And her life's book of work has brought her to where she is now. being an astounding female, an alpha female at that, working hard, presenting a lane for her son and her family. Absolutely.
Grinded.
So you got to understand what we bring into this platform is absolutely amazing and don't get no better than that. Holla at your boy, not your girl.
She's laughing.
But yo, this episode 55. Keep tuning in. We appreciate you. We love y'all. Stay safe. All my first responders, everybody professional out there. Take care of yourself. Just love and live and smile. It's okay to smile. Cheese. Guess so.
You say if you cheese enough, she might catch you and bring you onto a Netflix show.
You know what I'm saying? A little coinky dink.
Holla.
But everybody stay safe, be well, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace and love.